day 7th of Vlogmas. You would have just seen some footage of me at the hospital with my son. Nothing serious, he's just getting his wisdom teeth removed today. So he, after a long wait, after a lot of medical practitioners double checking and triple checking and quadruple checking all of his information, he has just gone in for his procedure. That should take about an hour. Then he's got about an hour of recovery time, I hope. He doesn't always recover great from anaesthetic, so we shall see how today goes. They tell us that it's an easier anaesthetic or a better anaesthetic this time than his previous procedures that he has had. So hopefully he will be right as rain in about 2 hours. In the meantime, I have had a coffee and a quiche, spinach and ricotta quiche that I have shown you as well, that I really needed. I was getting super hungry and I was also getting super cold. It was cold in that hospital. Today's only 21 degrees Celsius outside, so it's not really much warmer outside than it was inside that hospital. And I thought I'd come out to the car and called my mum to see if she'd be free for a quick catch-up. She lives not very far from the hospital at all, so I'm going to go see her instead of waiting in the cold cafeteria. It was so cold in there, it was mad. Everyone that walked in straight away complained about how uncomfortably cold it was in there. So some people played around with the thermostat, so perhaps it's nicer in there now for whoever walks in subsequently. But I was kind of done. I was very cold. So also I have cast on my Desert Vista Dye Works sock for December, which I have shown you as well. So I wound this up very quickly last night because I realized that the wait for admission into hospital can take a little while, that I needed more than just one stripe on each sock of my Cozy Knitter Advent skein to work on this morning. So I got quite a lot done in that time. We did actually have to wait an extra hour and a half compared to what the documentation said in terms of when his procedure would start. So it was a good use of my time. I also brought my laptop with me today, hoping that I would be able to sit in the cafeteria and maybe edit the next Vlogmas mashup, but like I said, it was freezing in there, very uncomfortable. So what I'm going to do now is head to my mum's and catch up with her for a quick coffee and just to chat, probably do some knitting as well, potentially. Oh, and I also just got a phone call from our window covering company, and they are on their way now to install our curtains and our blinds. So I'm very excited to come home once Nicholas is finished, that's my oldest son, with his surgery, and see what that all looks like. I ordered it probably 12 weeks ago now, before we had any paint on the walls, before there was anything on the floors. So I'm hoping that my selections work with what we decided for paint colours and things like that subsequently. Fingers crossed, but I will show you that when I get home. So that's something to look forward to. And I have to also figure out how I'll get my other son home today, because we live a little bit further away from the school than we did before. Usually he drives in and out of school with me as I go to and from work, but obviously I'm not at work today. I'm on a carer's leave day because of my son's surgery. So yeah, theoretically he should be out of recovery. Actually, he should be out of surgery in about 20 minutes. Should be out of recovery in about an hour and 20 minutes. So we're looking at about 1 p.m, but we shall see. I'll make a decision when we get there and see how he feels as well. He might be happy to just sort of wait around so we can pick my younger son up from school, and we will then head home and do the evening thing. Hope you're having a great 7th of December. This will go up obviously quite a few days later, but that's fine. Also, I keep trying to sign off and I keep thinking of extra things to say. Thank you to everyone who's watched the first installment, days 1 to 3. It's been really wonderful to receive such lovely comments and kind words on that. One thing to acknowledge, I think, is that I've got a lot on my plate this year, and I'm very bad at acknowledging that and thinking that I can still do it all. But I can, can't I? As long as I don't burn myself out, it should be fine. Yeah. Well, thank you anyway. I really appreciate the time you take to watch these vlogs. I know there are so many Vlogmases to watch at the moment. I can't keep up with all of the ones that are getting published because it is so busy right now. But I do appreciate that you are here with me and that you support me, whether it's watching, liking, subscribing. It means a lot to me. Okay, for real, I'm going to sign off now and go see my mum. It's a little bit of a walk. I couldn't get a car park right in front of her house, but that's okay. It's good for me. Bye. It's been a big day, but wow, I'm loving my new curtains. The house is really starting to feel like a home, which is fantastic. My son is home now from the hospital and I picked him up some very soft foods and things to make smoothies with at the shop on the way home, so I'm prepared to feed him appropriately so that he can recover well. I've made him a smoothie for dinner, a green smoothie, which he seemed to enjoy, but he got full pretty quickly, probably because he hasn't eaten anything all day. So I've put the rest of it in the fridge for him for another time when he's feeling hungry again. But it was really nice. It had banana, avocado, spinach, almond milk. What else did I put in there? Peanut butter. I loosely followed a recipe by Sam Wood from the 28 days, is it 28 days? 28 by Sam Wood recipe book that my sister got me for my birthday a couple of years ago. So it's very convenient that that was handy. And yeah, that's basically going to be his main source of food for the next few days while he recovers. He's very sore and very tired, but he's doing great. He's not looking too swollen, which is good. We're just going to get some dinner together for myself and my younger son. My husband is out running some errands tonight, and I think we're just going to have something quick and easy because I really want to get my tree up. Now I've just put my wreath on the front door. And my tree is looking at me right here, waiting patiently for me to put it in the corner. So hopefully I finally get to that today. That is the plan that I've been talking about for about 3 or 4 days now. So let's see if it eventuates today. I'm going to sign off for now. I may not check in with you again. I will open Advents probably after dinner with the kids. My husband may not be able to open his immediately because he's not home, but we'll see if we can get that sorted out today as well. Yeah, I'm gonna go make some dinner for myself and my son. Before I start on dinner, I just thought I'd show you the book that I used. So this is a recipe book that also has a meal plan in it for the 28 by Sam Wood. I guess, was it a lifestyle? I did very closely follow 28 by Sam Wood workouts and menu planning for a few months, a couple of years ago, probably in 2017, maybe 2018. And I really did love the food. I loved the workouts. But unfortunately, my family weren't hugely into the food, so it made it a little bit harder for me to keep up with it. But I did find it extremely successful back when I did that. And occasionally I do sign up again just for the workouts because they're at home and you can do them at your own time, in your own time, in your own space. You don't need to have any special equipment, and it's just really good. Now the smoothie I made for him, there we go, is this one here. I just modified some of the ingredients because I didn't have certain things like chia seeds or almond butter, but I replaced the chia seeds with oats. I put some oats in there, and instead of almond butter I used peanut butter because that's what I had on hand. And the thing I forgot was the cinnamon. The cinnamon was probably the really nice ingredient in there that I missed. Otherwise I pretty much loosely followed this. And yeah, I really like his smoothies. Probably one of my favourites, I'm not sure if it's in this book, is a cashew one that I used to make all the time. Nope. No, so that's a picture of the green smoothie. And that's essentially what it kind of looks like, but my presentation obviously is more everyday-y, not picture perfect. So yeah, I think they're the only smoothies that he's got in this book, but I do have some of the other recipes available that I printed out while I was doing the 28 by Sam Wood meal planning. So yeah, there's some delicious food and very nutritious, full of great veggies and low carb usually as well. So I do quite like the recipes in here. So yeah, I'm not sure if this is available overseas at all. Sam Wood is an Australian, I think he's a fitness trainer by profession, so he's got a fitness program as well as a food plan that he collaborates with nutritionists that are that I guess coordinate a lot of that part of it. So yeah, just thought I'd share that before I get a start on dinner. Good morning, it is day 8 of Vlogmas. I am at home again today. My son is still recovering post his procedure yesterday, so I am getting on top of a little bit of housework. I have just put on a load of washing, or I'm about to put on a load of washing. I didn't want to turn the machine on before chatting with you. But yeah, I just want to catch up around the house in between looking out for him. So I will also try to edit some more of my Vlogmases and get at least another group posted sometime today. Had hoped to do that yesterday, but it ended up being quite a busy day and much longer than I had anticipated in the hospital and the recovery time. So yeah, got a lot to do. I probably won't show you too much because it gets a bit boring watching me put on washing, hang out washing. But that is the reality of day-to-day life. So it is nice to actually be able to do a bit of catch-up today. I do need to also go to the grocery store, buy some more groceries. Whilst I stocked up on stuff for my son, I neglected the rest of the family. So I need to go buy some essentials today. And yeah, that's about the plan for today. I hope that I will be able to check in with you again later. Hopefully there's some knitting content to share with you as well. But realistically, I'll probably spend any spare time I have unpacking my bedroom. My wardrobe still needs to be unpacked. There is a very limited selection of clothing that I can wear at the moment because I'm still kind of living out of my suitcase, but we'll see if I get to that today. Yeah, I'll check in with you soon. quite turn out how I had planned. I hit a bit of a wall around lunchtime and just realised I wasn't feeling so great. So I tried to take the rest of the day a little bit easy. Not that that works for me very well. I tend to take on too much. But I made dinner and I'm about to sit down and not do anything tonight. Perhaps do a little bit of knitting, but that is my only plan. I'm hiding in the pantry again because it's quieter here than it is in the rest of the house. I feel like I'm a little bit crooked though. I've just posted days 4 to 6 on YouTube, so that feels like at least an accomplishment. I don't have the energy to start editing the rest. It's quite surprising how exhaustion can hit you all of a sudden, but I plan to listen to that and take things a little bit easier now. But I did just want to quickly show you, I got some happy mail today. So I did show some glimpses of the new kettle and toaster that arrived in the mail. That was ordered quite a few weeks ago, but it only just arrived. I wanted to update the kettle and the toaster. The toaster was probably 8 to 10 years old and it wasn't really toasting bread anymore. It was more warming bread. It was a warmer. So that was definitely needing an upgrade, and the kettle had seen better days as well. So with the new house, I thought great opportunity to upgrade those things. I have also ordered a new coffee machine that should be arriving in the next week or so. I hope. There's been some delays. There's been some flooding in the eastern states, so that has delayed shipping on some items, but it'll get here when it gets here, and I'm looking forward to my kettle matching my coffee machine again. So, okay, back to happy mail. This arrived at my old address actually. I'm just gonna cover that up. But I think it might be my Vlogmas bag from Knit Now Swatch Later, Courtney, on YouTube, and her Etsy store is called White Rose Fibre Company. Now this Vlogmas bag was ordered as part of Vlogmas that is hosted by Knitty Natty. I had planned to participate in that, so I have the yarn that arrived just last week, I think, very early last week. So that's exciting, but I haven't had a chance to even wind it up. I'm not even sure what I was just saying, but was unexpectedly interrupted. So I think I was talking about Vlogmas. So yes, I was planning to participate in that, but it's just been a bit too busy around here. So I have the yarn, but I think that this may be the project bag that I also ordered for that knit along. I just wanted to make mention of the amazing packaging on this. Like, it's pink and it's Christmas, and that's perfect. I think I need a pair of scissors to get into this though. So bear with me, I'll be right back. Scissors. Yes, it is. Courtney is an official sponsor of Vlogmas for this year, and so this is the amazing project, one of the amazing project bags that she made. I thought it was super cute, and she's also got this cute little progress keeper / ring pull. Adorable. And when you open it, there's just more festive goodness inside. So gorgeous. I'm so glad that arrived. I might actually pop one of my projects in there. I had planned to have my Cozy Knitter Advent skein in here, potentially, but we'll see. Yeah, it would be nice to use it during Christmas. So yeah, I think I might sign off there. I am going to sit down on the couch, enjoy a coffee with my husband. He is planning to watch the cricket tonight. I am not really into cricket, so I will have an opportunity to catch up on some Vlogmas while I knit. And now, because I've caught up on my Cozy Knitter stripes, I think I might pull out a whip. Yeah. I'm thinking of working on my, I just forgot what it's called, my Twists and Turns shawl by Stephen West from the MCAL this year. I'm not far from finishing that. Realistically, had the move not happened right in the middle of the cowl, it would be done by now. I am really close. I'm adjusting the final border a little bit, and I hope that that works out okay. I was really inspired by seeing Maddie from We Share Needles. I'm just trying to remember her YouTube channel where it's not with We Share Needles. She also has a separate YouTube channel, but on the podcast We Share Needles, she talked about and showed her adjustments or her modifications. I think I need to go rest. So she showed her modifications, and I really did like that she got the chance to use a bit more of her yarn, and she got to customize it to a way that she enjoyed it a bit more on that final section. So let's hope that I can stay awake for at least a few rows of that project, and I will check in with you again tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday. The weekend is close. I will be at work tomorrow, but that's fine. There's usually something to share with you regardless of whether I'm at home or at work. But I hope you're having a great day, and I will talk to you then. Take care. Happy 9th day of Vlogmas. It is Friday morning. I have arrived at work and I don't foresee too many interesting things happen today, though I could surprise myself. Yeah, just another work day, going to be here until about 4. Then I have an appointment that I need to get to straight after work. And then it's Friday night and it's time to hopefully take things a little bit slower. Let's get on with the day. it turned out to be quite a lovely day. I finished work for the day and I am now home, and I've shown you some little snippets of our evening, just a few little bits and pieces. I just wanted to acknowledge Sandy by the lakeside, who completely inspired me to find my Hershey's chocolate syrup in the pantry. I buy that here in Australia at Costco, so hopefully they still stock it. This one here I bought last year sometime, so this year sometime, oh goodness. Yeah, so earlier this year we bought that before winter, I guess. And yeah, enjoyed a bit of ice cream after dinner, which was great. And I'm also enjoying a coffee. Now, my sister-in-law got me an Advent for my birthday, which is an espresso Advent with coffee pods in it. Every day you open it and it's a different flavour of coffee. Now, I made the mistake of leaving it in my husband's shed and I couldn't find it. I've been searching high and low. I mentioned a few days ago that I'd spent the whole evening looking for it with no success. And finally today, after moving a lot of things around, we found it. So that was really lovely. And so I'm enjoying the first one today. I'll probably play catch up over the next week or so. I tend to have more than one coffee a day, so it shouldn't be too hard for me to do that. Now this is Colombia, and it is delicious. It is really nice. I'm having it with oat milk at the moment. I have been enjoying black coffee recently, which you may have noticed in my morning coffee start to Vlogmas. Very unusual for me. In the past it was always milk, very milky coffees. Last year during Vlogmas I very much got into oat milk and have been almost exclusively drinking oat milk in my coffee since then. Can't get enough, it is so good. But I'm actually trying a bit of a new lifestyle change at the moment, which means not too much milk of any sort. So I am drinking a bit of black coffee in the mornings and I am actually really enjoying it. So that is a lovely surprise because yeah, I never thought I liked black coffee very much. But I still treat myself and make the occasional milky one, which is fantastic. So I just thought I'd pop on here because I know I haven't spoken to you much today. I just felt like I didn't have much to say this morning and over my lunch break. And I think my head was just very much in getting some work stuff finished, which I am really happy that it is done now, for the weekend anyway. I've still got one more week left at work. I'm at work Monday to Friday next week. And then I am on leave throughout the whole Christmas period and don't go back to work until mid-January, which is such a treat. I don't think I've taken so much leave, oh gosh, in about 9 or 10 years now. Last time would have been when we went to Europe, and that was I think 5 weeks off to go to Europe. I generally only take a maximum of 3 weeks at a time, if that, and that's a rarity. That usually means there's some big plans happening for me to do that. So it'll be really lovely to have a bit of a break, to be able to really get settled in here, get things unpacked, because that's clearly not happening at the moment. Though the aim is to keep that moving forward realistically. But yeah, have to also be kind to myself. Now yeah, someone did mention in the comments about how busy I am, and obviously still doing Vlogmas in amongst life. And I just wanted to, I guess, touch on that. Yes, I'm busy. Yes, I am exhausted some days and you're not seeing the best of me some days. And I want to apologise for that on the one hand, but then not on the other, because that's just humanity. Some days we're feeling great and some days we're energetic, and some days no matter what happens, there'll be a smile on your face. Other days are a little harder, and I think we can all relate to that. Yeah, so generally speaking, if I'm feeling really terrible, you will not see me, but there are days that I definitely have been a bit flatter than usual in this, well, the last couple of days, I guess. So yeah, I actually really loved listening to Laura from Penrose Knits. I caught up on her Vlogmas yesterday, And she also talked about the process of comparing ourselves to those we watch online. And just a lovely reminder that she gave, and it is so true, and it's something that I think we all need to remember. I'm showing you the best parts of the day, generally speaking. It's the times that, you know, mean something to me, mean something to have a memory of. And sometimes that includes the days that I might not be feeling great, because I do want to be authentic with you. I don't want to pretend everything is amazing all the time. But at the same time, yeah, most of it is quite positive, even though there are anxieties, there are worries, there are frictions, there are family discussions that will never make it online. And as you would notice as well, my children in particular don't really like to be on camera. When they were younger, they were a little bit more open to it, but as they've gotten older, they're not so keen. So most shots of them are sort of the neck down, and that is very much on purpose to keep their privacy. So yeah, just wanted to touch on that because I thought that was a really good message when I watched Laura yesterday while I was making dinner. Now the other thing that I just wanted to sort of touch base on is my friend's advent calendar. Final parcel arrived today from Mel, which will make up days 19 to 24. And so she has sent us through some beautiful things here that I will pop in my basket shortly. So I just wanted to share that with you. And I also wanted to say thank you, a huge thank you to Maddie from Mad About You. She offered and did an amazing job of collating all of our Advent goodies this year and just redistributing them to us despite having a big trip overseas halfway through that period. So thank you, Maddie, amazing. And also obviously thank you to the friends that are contributing. And right now we're opening the ones that I've collected and prepared for everyone. But in a few days we'll start going into Maddie's and then into Mel's. And now Mel is from 3 Cats Yarn, so I have her actual advent and I'm loving it. It is so pretty. I'm actually really keen to have a look at all the colours together. I'm feeling like there's a little bit of a pastel goodness going on in the colorways that are coming through at the moment, and I can see that being a really beautiful project to put all of those minis into one item. Now I've been chatting also in the comments with some of you about the habitation throw, and I'm still not 100% decided whether I will use Mel's or whether I will use the friend one to make that. I actually feel like the friend one might have some great meaning there because it is a collation of all of our choices, and I think that's really fun. And yes, so habitation throw, sorry, I just completely went blank. So that might be happening, but Mel's I think needs to be a shawl or maybe a garment of some sort. Now I really love the Adventurous wrap by Amber O'Brien. I've been eyeing off that pattern for a little while, and I feel like the colours are so muted and mellow and they just speak to each other so beautifully as I'm opening them up each day that I think that will look really stunning. Her yarns are looking really beautiful together, so I would like to keep them in one project. I have also seen people knit Helen Stewart's newest pattern, which is escaping me. It's the circular one. And that is looking really pretty too. And that could be nice for that advent. But I'm actually really thinking shawl or garment. So if you have any recommendations of patterns that you've loved knitting with your advent minis or with scraps in general, feel free to pop them down in the comments. I love to read your comments and see what you're working on, what you're loving. And yeah, let's share some ideas, and I'll be happy to obviously share them in a future Vlogmas so that others can also be inspired by the amazing projects that you're all working on. So I might sign off there. I think given it's a Friday night, it's probably time to sit down and rest a little bit. I could edit day 7 and 8 because 7, 8 and 9 will probably go up together. Today is the 9th. I'm actually really enjoying posting them all as a group of 3. I'm enjoying the editing process. I find it seems to be flowing a lot faster, a lot smoother for me, which is interesting, seeing as there's so much more content to put into every episode. And obviously the episodes are a little bit longer too. Historically, my Vlogmas episodes usually range from 5 minutes to 15 minutes each, but I noticed that I'm a bit more chatty this year, so I hope you're enjoying that. I hope that I'm giving you interesting content for you to keep watching. So yeah, I'll stop rambling now and I will sign off for the day and wish you the best day ever. And well, it won't be Friday when you're watching this, but whatever day it is, I hope it is a wonderful one. I will check in with you again tomorrow. Now I might go knit some more on my twist and turns shawl. I think I'm almost there. I did 2 stripes last night and I think I just need to do 2 more. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if I can get that done in the next few days. Okay, now for real, I will sign off. I hope you're doing great. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Hope you're really enjoying December and Vlogmas and any Advent knitting that you may be partaking in. And if you're not partaking in Advent knitting, if you're still gift knitting or knitting for yourself, I hope you're enjoying every stitch that you're getting an opportunity to make. Take care and I'll talk to you tomorrow.